coordinator. I work out of our downtown Davenport urban campus and have a special guest today, like I said, talking about a special program here at Eastern Iowa Community College. So
I'm Susan Lammers. I'm the program director for supply chain and logistics. I'm housed out of the Blum Technology Center as my physical location, but my program actually has rolled over to 100% online and will be delivered in that mode moving forward.
So welcome. Like I said, those of you that joined us, this is very informal. Susan and I are just sort of going to do a Q&A and answer some questions as far as our program. At any time, you are certainly welcome to ask questions, unmute yourself, or join us and ask questions in the chat. I will put our contact information in there. And I also do want to introduce another colleague that's on the call with us this morning. So go ahead.
Are you referring to me, Amy?
Yeah, Sherry.
Hi, I'm Sherry Ruling. I am the Military and Veteran Student Affairs Facilitator for Eastern Iowa Community Colleges. And so I work with our military and veteran students.
Fantastic. So welcome, Sherry. Thanks for joining us. So we're going to start off this morning and just talk a little bit about you know, what logistics is. We've heard people talk about logistics. Maybe they're unfamiliar with supply chain. What is this logistics program that Eastern Iowa offers? Susan, can you start off and just kind of give us a simple definition maybe of what both of those mean?
Sure, and I want to clarify that it's supply chain and logistics. They have two different functions. A supply chain is just the process of making and selling commercial goods to an end customer. The logistics part is the management of what happens between each of the phases of the supply chain, with the goal of being smooth and efficient and to meet the customer's requirements, the end user requirements. And those are simply that a person actually got what they ordered, when they were told they would receive it, in the quantity and quality of the expectation, and at the cost they were expecting. And that's the measurement for customer satisfaction. If any of those don't occur, you have an unhappy customer. And obviously businesses need happy customers to continue doing business with them. And so the supply chain and logistics focus is that once a decision has been made for something to be made and provided, that go as smooth, as quickly, with highest quality as possible to meet those customer requirements.
Fantastic, thank you. That's super helpful. So you did mention that the program has gone 100% completely online now. If I'm a potential student and I'm looking to get started, can you tell us a little bit about like that platform or what that might look like as far as, okay, I'm ready to jump in. I know that all these classes are online and I have that flexibility. We're going to go ahead and show you and give you an overview of what that might look like. Susan's going to share with you.
I am going to share. So are you able to see my EICC screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Once you go through the admissions process, and Amy will show you further information on that, and potentially Casey Fisher Allen, she's my academic advisor partner for this program. Once you get accepted and you're now an EICC student, you're going to be given a username and password. So you're going to come to the www.eicc.edu site, and this is what you're going to see. And yay, this is our meeting today, our meeting announcement. That's cool. But up in the upper right-hand corner, there's an EICC Connect button. You're going to go there. And you're going to log in with that username and password that you were given. And the reason we're spending a little bit of time on this is when I meet face-to-face with students to introduce them, they found this part to be the most helpful because they know they're interested in the program. They've gone through the admissions process to become a student with the EICC. And then they're like, now what? You know, where do I find everything? And this is where you're going to find all the material and stuff you need for your program. So you'll log in, and when you log in, you're going to get My Classes Canvas. Canvas is the learning management system we use and that you will use for these online programs. Read your messages. They try to keep you up to date on things, but you'll see a dashboard. And if you're taking classes, you'll have a little dashboard per class. The success of our program so far and our students primarily have been working adults. The majority of the students currently participating in this program are working adults full-time. They have families, they're involved in their communities and working together because we take very seriously a student's success once they're in this program. We want to make sure we do right by them. And so we become partners and we work with each other through an essential workplace skill of communication. You know, we work together to remove barriers and things like that. And we have found through my last 7 years that taking 2 classes at a time every 8 weeks has been manageable and the students have been successful in that format. So we're actually scheduling students for that mode. You have the opportunity to take 1 class. You have an opportunity to take 3 classes. But the most successful students have taken 2 classes every 8 weeks. And Casey is who you're going to work with to register. But you'll see 2, if you go for 2 classes, you'll see 2 dashboards. And all you do is click on them. Click on the one, we'll just use this as an example. And I arrange the function of the site the same for every single class. So once you take and go through a class with me, you will be very familiar with the setup and the navigation of every other class in my program. And so it's just set up such that the information you need is right here with a click. And the syllabus should be one of the first things you read. It shows you everything that you're going to need to know, your deadlines. The program is set up such that your deadline is Sunday night. You have 8-week class. The first 7 weeks, your deadlines are set up for Sunday night at 11:59. So why is that important? I treat this program as a workplace. That's your deadline. So if you're given deadlines all the time in your workplace, this is just to get you into that routine of meeting deadlines and requirements for your business that you're working in. That means you have the rest of the week at your convenience to do what your syllabus tells you to do. And that will be, for the most part, reading, taking quizzes, things like that, writing papers. Every class will have a paper. One of the things that our business partners have said is please improve the communication skills of our students in writing, in verbal, and in listening. And so I took out a standard test that everybody's familiar, and I put in a paper, a 1 or 2 page paper weekly. And that has been such a success. Students have become really good writers. And so that's there. But the syllabus will show you everything, the deadlines, what you have to do that week, etc. You will always know your grades. I correct all homework within the week after it's submitted. So you will always know how you are doing by simply clicking on the grade tab of that website. So there's grades right here.
So I feel like that's super helpful. So thank you, Susan, because for many new students, we often get students that this is a brand new online experience for them. So if they've not certainly been into our system, but if they are a brand new online student, online learner, this is helpful so they recognize that dashboard when they get in there, as well as knowing how to get into that. Now, know if you're a new student, you need help or assistance getting in that, or you're having problems getting in there, then you can certainly reach out to the help desk. We can assist you with that as well. I do want to let people know that did put some contact information in the chat. So the first one that I put is Susan Lammers. The best and most effective way to reach her is going to be via email. And Susan, like I said, can answer any questions for you as far as the program. If you're a current student, you have questions along the way. My contact is next. I always tell people no question is silly or dumb. This is all new to you. And so if you are not sure about something or not sure where to look or whom to ask about something, please feel free to reach out to me as well. Casey Fisher is the advisor, as Susan mentioned, for this program, and she was going to join us, but she is currently doing a great job of advising. She had a phone call that turned into an advising appointment as we speak. And so that will be her role, that if this program sounds wonderful and you're wanting more information, Casey's going to be the one that works very closely with Susan on this program. And as Susan said, the classes are laid out as such that you're going to know exactly what classes you're taking what semester. We do have both a fall and a spring start. So if you're looking at getting started with us for fall, holy cow, that's coming quick. Our fall semester starts August 23rd, and we'd love to have you join us. And then if you need to take some more time, you're working out some things and want to join us in spring, that's going to be the start of spring semester, would be mid-January. Sherry Ruling also put her contact information up there. And as Sherry stated when she did her introduction, she is our military and vet rep. So if you are an individual that's done some of this type of work in the service, what a great segue and pathway for you to continue with us here at Eastern Iowa. Jump in and learn more or continue that process in your logistics and supply chain. And it's really just a great opportunity to continue with the experience and knowledge you currently have, to keep moving forward, to give you new and different opportunities, or to possibly move up in your current organization or company. Hey, great opportunities for promotions. Hey, I'd like to move into management or supervision. That education is just going to help me get there and maybe offer those opportunities. So great, great possibility. As Susan said, the classes are going to be 2 classes every 8 weeks. So I feel like that's an excellent schedule with those of us that are also working. We all have a lot on our plate, but as Susan said, everything is laid out so you know exactly where deadlines are, you know when due dates are. The other thing that I think is super important to always share with students, if you have questions, the beauty of email, you know, this is all online. We never want anyone to feel like they are not sure, that they don't know who to contact. You can always email any of us, and certainly Susan, if you have questions about the class or the program you're in. Many students hesitate to do that, and I just feel like, gosh, communication is so important between you and your instructor for you to be a successful student. We want you to reach out with questions. We don't expect you to know everything, especially being a brand new student. I feel like that's really important. You agree with that, Susan?
I do, and that's the success of the relationship. Don't wait for a crisis point. Always communicate, because while I try to keep the program pretty straightforward and strict, if you're communicating with me, I mean, something happens in life and you're just like, I can't do it this week, then you just need to let me know that, and we will work together to get you back on track for the following week and not cause angst. When people realize I mean that, they have a very enjoyable time with this program, because our goal is your success. So you just need to tell us what you need to be successful, and we will, for the parts that we have control of, we will help you. One of the things I wanted to clarify in terms of supply chain and logistics is it's in every industry. Every job that you are working, have worked, or will work is part of a supply chain. And so the need for people with the supply chain and logistics knowledge is huge, and it's going to by the next 10 years, the need is going to increase 26%. So the people who are going through this program end up having a competitive advantage over their colleagues for opportunities within their workplaces. Amy spoke, or going into a different industry. Supply chain and logistics concepts are the same regardless of what job you're doing and what field or industry you're working in. And we have people and participants in all kinds of industries like rest or food industry, medical, hospital, healthcare, manufacturing, as you would know, but they're military. 25% of my participants are either active or transitioning military people who have excellent experience in one phase of it, coming in and wanting to learn the rest of the supply chain. Because with this knowledge alone, you're helping your business be successful. And when a company knows that their employees want to help them be successful, you wouldn't believe how much help and how much opportunities you have within that business, because you have shown an interest in helping make their customers happy. And
Absolutely.
I will, just because we're going online doesn't mean I go away. I'm gonna schedule Zoom hours that you can pop in anytime you want. If you email me, I answer same day, next day, so you're never going to be hanging there. We can arrange phone calls, email back and forth, or Zoom sessions back and forth one-on-one. So you're not left just stranded. We become an active partner in your learning, and it's been quite successful that way.
Love it. And just to add the same, when you are getting signed up for classes with Casey, our advisors also offer both in-person advising appointments and Zoom. So depending on your comfort level or whatever, way, if you are out of our state, fantastic. Obviously, you can join this program for wherever you may be. Casey's happy to set up a Zoom, just as Susan said, any kind of informational meetings, phone calls, Zoom calls work fantastic. So a lot of flexibility, and that's really super helpful for students or potential students with questions or anything. Susan, you pretty much answered my question. I was gonna, inquire as far as who would be a good candidate, but you basically just answered that by saying literally everybody and anybody in any kind of industry that you're in. Is that right?
That's correct. That's
okay.
correct.
Okay. So
People
the other
that-
thing, go ahead, I'm sorry.
People who have a true passion for learning and wanting to really invest the majority of their working hours they're working, instead of just going in, clocking in and leaving. They take a big interest in what they're doing. Those are the people that have done well and have stayed in the program, have completed the program, and have accomplished what their goal was in spending the time getting this degree. So we've got a very high graduation rate, a very high employment rate. So we know we're doing right by our students. We just want to continue that. We just want to meet new people. We want to continue working with those that we have in place, and we want to help people in their life's journey of their next career choice or enhancing their current career choice.
Absolutely. So quick question for you. If I am a student and I know that I could complete up to my associate's degree with you in, the logistics supply chain, is there opportunities to move on or other places that I could pursue additional education or trainings? Does that kind of vary?
We at the ICC, we're constantly forming articulation agreements with four-year institutions.
Okay.
Many of our programs will have our articulation agreements will have a joint four-year degree thing. We have not had somebody go from our supply chain program directly into a four-year supply chain. They've gone into like an international business, a technology degree, because transportation and information technology are integral to supply chain and logistics. And there's all kinds of, some people have gone into finance and marketing, and those are integral parts of the supply chain. The reason that occurs is because the education they're getting with this two-year degree would be similar to the junior and senior level classes that they would get in a four-year degree. So our articulation partners are like, you just left us with gen eds. So how if we move them into a
taking care of everything, Susan, you're a rock star.
How about if we take them into a complementary four-year degree that will allow them to keep everything they just did, but then enhance their learning with some other opportunities that would further help them.
Sure.
And then you have, once you're in business, like I was, my company sent me for my MBA because they needed me in an administrative position, and that required further education. But with that comes more responsibility, but higher pay.
Sure.
And so as you move through education, I'm sure just like every other degree, the more education you have, the more responsibility you'll be afforded in the workplace, and the higher the pay.
Sure.
So and the more stress, but you know that goes with the arena. But yeah, there are opportunities, and EICC every day is seeking out those opportunities to
Sure.
afford an easy transition between our 2-year degree. But like I said, the majority of our students are in the workplace, want to stay in the workplace. They just want to get more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And that's the target of this program.
Sure.
It's really not set up to be a 4-year transition. That's not its primary focus, although it is possible.
Sure.
Primary focus is to get people in the workplace and contributing to their business success.
Fantastic.
We might be a little bit different than other programs, but
Sure.
that's our primary market, and that's the market that's done well.
Sure. So do you work, let's say someone was looking at making a change, or maybe I'm not in the field right now, but I'm ready to get started and I want to do that. I'm guessing that you also work closely with companies or industries in our area that would have openings. So like when people are getting close to graduating, that you would maybe be in correspondence with them. Hey, there's an opening here. So-and-so notified me now that you've got your degree that they're looking. Like, I'm guessing you share that information with your students getting close to graduating.
I do. With our EICC partners, I'm sent opportunities all the time, or
Sure.
my business partners or my advisory committee let me know of openings.
Sure.
They don't have to wait till they're finished with the 2-year degree. Probably, well, I have 100% employment for those who are able and willing to work. And a lot of them are hired at the beginning of their program. So they may just have been in the program 8 weeks
Sure.
and are just starting, and they're getting job opportunities.
That's great.
And then they finish their degree in the program with the support of their employer. So
Sure.
I'm in a unique situation where all the students in my program are or get employed halfway through their program.
That's
Like
fantastic.
nobody's had to wait till the end, but that's the need of supply chain and logistics.
Sure.
And it's because it's in every industry and
Yeah.
every job. And
Yeah.
so there are always those opportunities. And so we've been very lucky that way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. I would think people would love to hear that. Don't have to wait till the end. You're working
Right.
throughout. So that's fantastic. And I'm guessing, like you say, again, with the working, again, there's the flexibility. The 2 classes, they're online. You fit it in when it works with your day, your schedule, the due dates for the syllabus. I think that flexibility is huge for, like you say, the people working in the industry as they move through the schooling part of it. So that's
And
fantastic.
part of the program I encourage is that they let their employers know that they're doing this degree.
Sure.
And that they have conversations with them. If they're learning about a concept within the supply chain and they don't understand what it is, ask their boss.
Yeah.
Ask their boss. And that, number one, shows the boss that the employee is truly interested,
Sure.
that they're doing this program and they want to learn how it's used in the workplace.
Mhm.
And we've had some wonderful results with that, forming of relationships within the work environment that have been really successful. Bosses asking for the textbook after the student's done, if it's something like radio frequency identification, RFID. Not everybody uses that because it's cost prohibitive a lot of times for
Sure.
smaller and mid-sized companies, so they don't necessarily have an expertise in that. So the students share their weekly knowledge with their manager, and now you got 2 people learning and understanding concepts within there. That has afforded people opportunities for advancement within the company
Yeah.
because their boss can see that they're truly interested
Yeah.
in what's going on, and that's been very successful. So that's just a core recommendation and encouragement that the students work with leadership within the workplace. And then a lot of them say, I showed my buddy that's in the next cell or whatever at our team meetings. I shared something with them and to see if we can go ahead and try it to make things better for the company and stuff. And those types of conversations are happening, and those types of successes are also occurring. As they're in class learning, they're taking it into the workplace and they see its value. So they ask if they can do things that they wouldn't have thought of before had they not been in the program. So everybody benefits, and it's just exciting to watch that evolution.
I was going to say it's win-win, you know. So for those of you out there, are there any questions thus far for the information that we've shared? If not, I want to go ahead and thank you for joining us. The other thing I just would like to say to any and all potential students, Susan and I feel strongly that everyone and anyone is invited. We think this is a fantastic program. Would love to help you answer questions about it, learn more info. As we shared in the chat, you are welcome to reach out to any and all of the individuals listed there. Being in admissions, like I said, if you're not sure where to start, I can certainly walk you through that process, you know, applying to our college, doing financial aid, connecting with Casey, the advisor, if this is the program that we would love to have you join us in. Can be a little overwhelming. So if you're not sure where to start, I'd be happy to sit down and explore some different things with you. Same thing with the GI Bill. If you are a military individual, absolutely happy to connect you with Sherry. She can walk you through that process. Sometimes the starting point can be a little scary and overwhelming, like I want to do it, where do I start? And then as always, like I said, I just wanted to remind people, Susan is fantastic. She's an excellent facilitator. She's done a lot to improve this program, and we really would love to have you come join the program because, like I said, the flexibility, the opportunities exist. It's just a really well-kept secret here. So pass the word, get the word out. And thanks so much for joining us this morning. So have a wonderful day, and we hope to see you at EICC soon. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.